Hi everyone. So in this video I'm going to show you how to set up your page for the analysis essays using the most recent version of Microsoft Word, which is the 2016 Word. If you have an older version, you should watch the other video. So the first thing you're going to do is set up your font, and you're going to want to either manually type in or search for Times New Roman, size 12. And once that's set up, you can go to this icon here to make sure that everything is double spaced. So you're going to select 2.0. If for some reason yours doesn't look like that, you can also, if it doesn't look this way, under paragraph you'll see a little drop down arrow, and if you click on that, which is not on this version, but if you click on that, a box like this will show up, and this is where you want to make sure the spacing after is set to 0 and the line spacing is set to double. But if you have this icon, you would just click it there, and under layout, on some versions under layout you'll find the space after option will be around this area of the menu, but also under this layout you're going to find the margins, and so you want the margins to be set to standard 1 inch on all sides. And you can manually type that in or click it the way that I did. And let's see, if you go under the format menu at the top, you'll see paragraph is here as well. So there's a lot of these things you can find in multiple places. So again, this is that same box that pops up, and this is where you can pick that everything is left aligned, that you have 0 point spacing before and after, and that the line spacing is double. Okay. So our margins and our font are set up. The next thing you want to do is insert page number. This is a shortcut to inserting the header. So the header is going to go in the upper right hand corner. It should be your last name with a space and the page number. So the fastest way to do that is to go to the insert menu and select page number. Now on the other video, on the old version, there would be another menu that would pop out like these do, with an arrow, and you would select it as top of the page, plain number 3. But on this new version, when you go to insert page number, another box pops up, and you're going to pick here, top of the page, and it only gives you the one option. It's going to be on the right top of the page. And you do want to show the number on the first page according to MLA guidelines. So we'll click OK, and unfortunately when it does this to the header, it also changes back to the default font. So the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure you're clicking in front of the number and type your last name. So if this were my paper, I would put Lopez and a space. Okay. Now, because the font changed, we're going to want to highlight everything. So grab your name and the number. Sorry, you're going to not move it like I just did. Okay. So when you click into it, you got to highlight it manually. Double clicking doesn't work. It'll just grab your name. So you want the number and your last name, and you'll change it to Times New Roman. And make sure that it's size 12, just like your paper, and then you can click close. And that'll bring your margin here on the left, the cursor rather, sorry, on the left alignment, and that's where you want it to be. And now it's time to insert the heading. Now the heading doesn't go on the header. You're going to manually type it on the first page, and it should appear on the first page only. So you're going to type your first and last name here, then our course, which is Literature 111, and your section. Also, you're going to want to put in the semester that you're taking the class. So if it's fall and the year, or spring and the year. The assignment name, which in this case would be analysis essay, and you can put 1 or 2 depending on your assignment, and then the date. And for the date, it's fine to use the due date or the date that you're turning it in. Once you hit enter, you'll notice already too that since we set up the line spacing, everything is nicely double spaced. And once you click enter after the date, you get a nice double space again. And we're going to click on this button here, which brings us to center alignment. And this will be where you'll put your title. Titles should be fun. They can be, they don't have to be necessarily like, you're not going to write the prompt name or necessarily like the names of the poems. You can make it something interesting that has something to do with the topic of your poem, of your paper, sorry. So once you click enter, it's going to keep you at center alignment. And you want to go back and change it to left align again. And you'll hit tab to indent your first paragraph and just begin typing your paper. I can't type today. Your essay here. And when you continue on and on, you'll notice that the header will repeat on the second page, third page, fourth page. And if you bring it to a fifth page, then to the fifth page. And that's about it. So, you want to make sure you have the right font size, just to review again, a header, a heading, a title. The margins are set and the space after is set. If you have any questions, you can feel free to email me, alopez231@ccc.edu. Thanks.